Hold up.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and today we are going to talk about Dark Knights of Steel number 2. Now, I want to go over this book because there's a lot of really cool, brand new concepts within it, and I think Tom Taylor in this instance is bringing something fresh to a Elseworld story that we haven't had in a really long time. Now, if you remember, he also did Injustice and DCeased, all of which brought something brand new and fresh to the DC universe. Tom Taylor, honestly, and I don't think most people would disagree with me when I say this, does the best on Elseworld stories. I am absolutely loving his Nightwing run, but his Son of Kal-El is not quite there for me yet. But every single time this man does an Elseworld story, it is phenomenal. It is fresh. It is something that we can look at and go, okay, I like this. This is a different idea. You brought this concept into this concept, something we've never seen before. And the reason I'm kind of being a little quiet about the concepts is just because I haven't given a spoiler warning. So from here on out, expect spoilers. But basically new stuff like Clark having a sister. Stuff like I guess Bruce's father is also Clark's father, so he is half Kryptonian. Also, we have a new brother in the Lightning family. So I love this, and I'm gonna go over it, but I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best brand new ideas from DC, and it is better than a lot of the other Elseworld stories that we've been getting lately. Like, I kind of just read One Star Squadron by Mark Russell. I couldn't finish it. Like, is the one guy supposed to be the guy from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Is Red Tornado supposed to not be an android anymore? Because I don't understand it. But that's regardless. It's terrible. I'm telling you right now, it is terrible. But this is not. This is phenomenal. And let's actually talk about it. At the end, just a quick TLDR, at the end of the last issue, we got the news that Bruce was half Kryptonian, and we also got the death of Jor-El. So that's kind of where we're picking up. Literally right at that moment. And we see the anger in Bruce's eyes. Now, I do have one critique on the art here, and that is that Bruce and Clark look very, very similar in points. So I think there's a way to fix that. But other than that, the art is phenomenal. It is beautiful. I love this. Now, I do have one concern going forward when it comes to Clark, and we will get there. But we see, I love this, just the beauty of it is so well done. We see right away, Bruce springs into action. So much so, he may not be quicker than a speeding bullet because he is, only half Kryptonian, but he's at least has some quickness to him. We see him save Alfred right here, and they're going and trying to find the Green Man. Now, this kind of could work in two ways because the Green Man obviously is likely one of the Green Lanterns, of which we don't know. I'm assuming it's probably Hal, but it also could be John, or it could be anybody. But then also Oliver is the one who actually pulled the trigger on that, right? So I called it the Kingdom of Lightning. I meant the Kingdom of Storms. So we have the Kingdom of Storms, which is, of course, the and we see the feet, and it doesn't give us any idea who it is, right? And then we have the Kingdom of El, and this is going to lead to a very, we'll get there. But we see him actually get to Oliver, right? We see him get to Oliver, and he wants answers, so he takes him in. So then we go to the Kingdom of Storms, and we're kind of looking at Constantine as the middleman between the Green Man, and he's getting these premonitions, and then he's telling the Kingdom of Storms, right? And this is where another new concept is introduced. We see a proud father, right, in Jefferson. He's so happy. Look at Lightning and look at, what is her name? I forget. Lightning, I don't remember. It doesn't matter. That's so bad. And I like Jefferson, but Anissa and I can't remember, Jennifer. I can't even remember her name. But he has a new child. One that is introduced and can control the rain. So we've got, basically this whole family can control different facets of weather. Put them all together and they could be a storm. Okay. All right. Bad pun there, or bad joke there. So we see Constantine go and talk to him and talk about, the deed is done. And if he's worried because he's an alien, and he wants, his children to be safe. He wants everybody to be safe. He's worried about war. If it comes back that they have a connection, right? So I love Harley in this. She is definitely written very differently. She is written as a much more intelligent character. Harley on occasion can be written as this super random, quirky for the sake of quirky being girl. And in this, they actually dive more into her intelligent size. She's talking about, you can't go into war. This is General Waller here, right? Amanda Waller. You can't go into war. She just says wars are dumb, but I mean, she's got a point. But she's saying, you can't do this. Waller's pushing for war. And this is where my fear comes in with Clark. Bruce gives his opinion on the situation, and Clark is we'll just say it. Clark is a cock about it. This is for the family to decide. Bruce does not get a say in this. I get it, but he was even put to the point of supposed to be guarding, and he's mad at him because Bruce's whole thing in the beginning of this, in issue 1, was he was at post to guard the L's. He was like their security guard. And I think what we're seeing here is Clark thinking that Bruce failed, not realizing the seriousness of the situation. And Clark, Bruce, I think, realizes that because he does back down. But I don't want to go into the evil Superman trope again. And I hope that's not where we're headed, but that is my concern with this. So we also get introduced to a third kingdom here, so to speak, and that's the Amazons. And we see Lois. I love Lois. But time after time, Lois is just the news bitch. And that's exactly what she's there for. I wish I was better. I wish I was here for better news, Hippolyta. Oh, poor Lois. We need a new, fresh concept with her if we're going to add this stuff. I mean, you should just make her an Amazon. Like, she's been an honorary Amazon before. Maybe we'll go there, right? So she's delivering the news of Jor-El's death. And we see another brand new concept here, but I love way Wonder Woman looks here. That's such a cool strike. Does she have a fake arm? Like, is that what that is? That's so cool. I really, really like it. So you can see here a little bit of it. I could be wrong. It could just be, I'm not sure. I'll have to look more at the when we get into issue 3. But we have a new character called Zala, Zala. And at first I'm like, what is this character? This isn't Kara, right? So Superman has a sister. We've got this whole familial affair. But how does this work? Was she born on Earth? Where did she, is she his little sister? Is she older? Because clearly if she was older, we would have seen her in that pod in issue 1. So how does this work? She must have been born. She must be his little sister, right? She does look a lot like Kara. She's super cute. Her and Wonder Woman are together. I know, I'm not even going to go into it. The grifters are mad because Wonder Woman wasn't ever gay before. Yeah, she's totally queer. Wonder Woman's been queer. Wonder Woman's creator had okay, we're not going to go into it because I want to talk okay, so she does, that is just part of her armor. That is cool looking though. I really do like that. I like when they take the main look and then add upon it or something to that standard. But she takes off. She's of course sad. She knows her father is dead and she is going to well, we'll see. So we go back to Bruce and we go back to Clark, and Clark's still, mad, stand aside, Bruce. He won't let him even fucking talk. The only one he's letting talk is Harley. And Harley's talking to Bruce. Like, it's just, here's where I'm showing you that the art gets very, with the two men, very similar, right? So maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, but with the shadow work and stuff, it is it's very, very clunky. So we see here, right, she's talking to Bruce, and we actually see in the background all of these people they've imprisoned wrongfully, right? Just because they're metahumans. We see Blue Devil. I love that he included Blue Devil. Such an underrated character. Anyways, we see a Flash. We see an Airy. That's so cool. King Shark. Chimp. I don't know who that is. Does that look like Hawkling to anyone else? Who is that? I don't know. Whatever. So they have a conversation, and Bruce and Harley, and she basically is, you gotta start listening. You gotta listen. What if this prophecy could be right? What if something else is up with the L's? Yeah, I get it's treason. You won't break the law. I get this. But also, locking all these people away? Yeah, it's a bit crappy. What you're doing in this situation, it's a bit crappy. So he goes, Clark goes and talks to Oliver, right? Oliver loses an arm and still lives. Okay. He says, just get it over with. Just kill me. You are not a man. You are a monster. And you're telling yourself a convincing lie. And he says, I'm not going to kill you. And this is where I think the redemption comes in, that maybe we're not getting that. Maybe we're not getting that evil side of Superman that we get so often. He says, I'm not going to kill you because I'm not lying to myself. We're not what you think we are. Even through the tragedy, he does that. But his sister proves him correct. We actually go back to the Kingdom of Storms. We see Jefferson sleeping. He's going and he goes and checks on Anissa. He goes and checks on Jennifer. And this is where we see Zala have Jacob. And that's it. That's it. That's just it. He tries everything he can. And he says, she just drops him and she kills him, right? And I love when right here, we may get an evil sister, because I love Jefferson, hits her with lightning and she's like, it tickles. It's so cute. That's it. She killed Jacob. We are going to see a huge war begin. And I kind of love it. I absolutely love these new conflicts. I don't know, clearly, because Zala is with Wonder Woman, the Amazons are going to be on the side of the L's. So are we going to have to introduce another kingdom to work alongside the Storms? What are we going to do with that kind of situation? This book is phenomenal. This book is another great story from DC that we've needed. Now, I do know that Sean Gordon Murphy is going to be introducing some new concepts coming very, very soon, which is going to be great. So we're going to have a couple different, really wonderful stories all happening at the same time. And I am here for it. I love this series so far. I hope it doesn't let me down. I don't think it will. I think at this point, with all these new concepts, I love Zala. I want her to be a little evil bitch. Is that mean? Maybe so. I don't know. I love a good evil girl, right? So anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about issue number 2 of Dark Knights of Steel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.